Gold FM is #1 here in Sigatoka.
Gold FM is our favorite radio station here in Lautoka.
Gold FM is #1 in Nel.
I love listening to Gold FM in Ba.
We love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits here in Suva.
Hear about Batu Cola, you immediately think of gold. I'm Josephine Sadi and I love hearing Gold FM.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
In this bulletin, 4-year-old dies after being hit with a car while walking with family. Internal differences causes People's Democratic Party spokesperson and founder to resign. And Chinese community gather in numbers as they celebrate their new year. Good evening, welcome to FBC News. I'm Amrita Priyadarshini. A 4-year-old girl has died after she was hit by a car while walking with her parents and young sister this morning. Police say the girl was walking with the family along Varani Street in Suva when a vehicle driven by a man in his 80s allegedly hit them. The elderly man also hit another vehicle that was parked by the side of the road before coming to a stop. The girl's parents are currently admitted at the acute ward and are in a stable condition, while her 6-year-old sister is in a critical condition. The elderly man is in custody as investigations continue. Meanwhile, a 2-year-old girl of Vunatu settlement in Lautoka is believed to be the latest drowning victim. Police say the toddler's mum was attending to another daughter when she noticed the girl missing. Following a search, she found her body floating in the creek located directly behind their backyard. She was rushed to the Lautoka hospital but was pronounced dead on arrival. The current drowning toll stands at 8 compared to the same figure last year. Police are investigating alleged negligence. And the high-profile spokesperson of the recently formed People's Democratic Party has resigned, citing reasons of interference by unionists Felix Anthony and Daniel Urai. However, it won't be the last we see of Nirmal Singh, as he has confirmed he will contest in the general elections. Eleanor Turangaivu with this exclusive.
Nirmal Singh alleges the Fiji Trades Union Congress is claiming ownership of the party, which he helped create about a year ago.
When I talk about Fiji Trade Union Congress, obviously the president is Daniel Urai and the general secretary is Felix Anthony, and both are the leaders of the FTUC. They are not members of the party. As I said, neither they are holding any office in the party. They come and speak in the party, saying this is FTUC party and we need to sort of be present, make our views known. And I think now they are thinking that the ownership of the party must remain with the Fiji Trade Union Congress.
Singh says he is resigning due to fundamental disagreements on several policies with the two unionists.
My concern was that this is a new party, it must belong to the people of Fiji. We are not in a situation at the moment where we could represent the interests of only one segment of the society. Any political party that comes into existence in this country must look at the interests of all the people of this country. It is very important.
Singh believes that for the sake of the consistency of the party and of the interest of the people, that he should step aside. Today, he informed the party's interim president, Andi Siviangoro, of his resignation.
She is saddened that I made the decision, but I explained to her that, we don't have the luxury of time to sort of sort these internal party matters and come to a common ground, because the election was on our hand, and I very strongly believe in the policies I have articulated. I take responsibility for it. I take the ownership of those policies now that the party has refused to. So it was appropriate for me to step aside. I'll still continue to espouse those policies. I'll still be more vigorously pushing for those policies.
Singh has confirmed he will contest in the September elections, even indicating starting a new party altogether.
If the people believe in what I am telling them, I don't think there will be a problem at all. Within a month, the Prime Minister hasn't formed this party yet.
So you'll be able to get the 5,000 signatures needed?
I'm pretty confident. I think I have the capacity and support and the network to collect 5,000 signatures within 2 weeks.
Singh will soon be announcing his plans to be actively involved in politics. Efforts made to contact Urai and Anthony this afternoon proved futile. Eleanor Turangaivu, FBC News.
And tonight, straight after the FBC News on For the Record, the General Secretary of the People's Democratic Party, Satnarayan, will give an in-depth into the party policies. Be sure to keep watching. Close to 1,000 Chinese Fijians gathered in Suva today to celebrate their new year at Yatsen Secondary School. With a history stretching back 200 years, the Chinese community has made an immense contribution to the country and continue to do so. Apisalamedoka reports.
It was a gathering like no other for the Chinese community in the country as they celebrate their new year, thousands of miles away from their homeland.
This is traditionally a time when Chinese people everywhere return home to celebrate with family and friends, and Fiji is no exception. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen such a big gathering of Chinese people in Fiji before. It's certainly a sign of how vibrant the community is that this celebration is taking place on such a grand scale.
Well, we can see that, there's a increasing and a very strong relationship between China and Fiji. I think China does a lot to assist Fiji in its development, and you can see many of the projects that happen. But it's not only the projects and that, but I think the bilateral relationship is very friendly between the two countries. That's a good thing. It reflects onto our community.
Chinese around the world are marking the same occasion. The year of the snake last year now becomes the year of the horse, meaning to be well, hardworking, loyalty and successful.
As the year of horse is gliding in, I sincerely wish the democratic process in Fiji smooth and successful. The national development of China's striking new high in 2014.
The Chinese Fijians are happy there is now more prominence and recognition given to the celebration of the New Year and to their community in Fiji. Apisalamedoka, FBC News.
Coming up after the break, Outrigger Hotels Hawaii takes over full ownership of Outrigger on the Lagoon, Fiji.
Today FM is #1 here in Singapore.
We love Today FM in Labasa. It rocks!
My favorite station in Nandi is Today FM.
Listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks in Suva.
Lada kasi di love Today's Kid Music.
I love Today FM because they play all my songs.
We love Today FM at Buniva Labasa. Yeah, it rocks!
I love Today FM because it rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
Welcome back, here with FBC News. Tourism tycoon Jeffrey Shaw has sold his two resorts, Castaway Island and Outrigger on the Lagoon, Fiji, in a multi-million-dollar deal. Outrigger Hotels Hawaii has taken over full ownership of the properties. Christopher Chan reports.
Jeffrey Shaw's 70% shares in Outrigger Fiji and sole ownership of the iconic Castaway Island resort have been bought.
Extraordinarily emotional, yes, and very difficult. But the fact is, a time comes in life for everyone where you have to do the right thing, not just do something because it suits. And I really do think, and I do truly believe, that the timing to, as I say, pass this baton of ownership is the right thing to do at this time in my life.
So by the transaction that has just happened, we will not, basically it doesn't change anything. The ownership structure changes, but nothing else changes.
The announcement was made at a special function last night. However, the million-dollar question is, how much were the two properties sold for?
What are those two words usually? No comment?
And Jeff is a private company. We don't divulge that sort of information, so no.
Outrigger opened for business in 2000. Shaw bought the resort in 1989 when it was known as the Reef Resort. In 1992, he purchased Castaway, which had been under receivership. Outrigger Hotels Hawaii already had 30% shares in Outrigger Fiji. The move to acquire all the shares in the resort and Castaway has been done as part of their global expansion plans.
You know, we are always looking for opportunities, and that's not only here in Fiji, that's everywhere, and so we never say never.
The transaction is estimated to be in the hundreds of millions. It just goes to show the level of confidence in our tourism industry. Fiji is rapidly becoming a global force as a tourist destination, with it driving our economy to prosperity. Christopher Chand, FBC News.
Businesses in the old capital of Levuka are being affected by the closure of Pacific Fishing Company PAFCO. As Apisalome Dhoka reports, operating a business in a small town is not easy, with over 1,000 people without a job.
Business in Levuka are feeling the brunt of the closure of PAFCO, with workers being told to go home almost on a daily basis.
So most of them are inputting themselves, they're laying off a couple of people, or some are off for a week, and they themselves replace the workers that they have put off for a week, or some have been kept away until PEPCO restarts.
Well, business was okay to a certain extent because schools were starting, and therefore there was business in town to cater for the school opening. There was a slight slowness in the traffic of customers, and we just tried to help out wherever we can.
To help cushion the economic impact of PAFCO's closure on the families of workers, Bhupendra Kumar opened credit accounts to help them during the festive season and for the preparation of the new school year.
Overall in Levuka, it's a small place, so we really know each other. Some of them I went to school with, others I know them, others I know their families. We were sort of catering for their needs. We knew that when the cannery opens, they will come and pay their account.
Kumar says they roll out their assistance to the workers every year.
Not unusual because in the past too, the factory closes during the Christmas and New Year period for their annual maintenance. This is not the first time this has happened. On this occasion, it was slightly longer than usual.
The factory, which was closed on 5th of December, is expected to resume full operations from tomorrow. Apisalome Dhoka, FBC News.
A team of doctors from India's Sahyadri group of hospitals will be in the country soon to conduct open heart surgeries. The advanced cardiology surgery could save locals thousands of dollars, as patients are usually sent overseas for the operation. As Shireen Lata reports, the surgeons will be in the country from the 10th of this month.
Sahyadri Hospitals is the largest chain of hospitals in the state of Maharashtra in India. After successful surgeries done in the past, our team is once again coming to Fiji on a mission to provide medical care to Fijians.
It's quite pleasing to know that the surgeries that have been conducted previously, there's been a 100% success rate, which is why we are quite glad to be associated with the Sahyadri Group of Hospital India.
Surgeons from India's Sahyadri Hospital have been coming to Fiji on a voluntary basis since 2012. This time they'll be in the country for a fortnight, conducting advanced cardiology surgery at Suva's CWM Hospital.
We have been encouraging patients, those seeking this treatment, to contact the Ministry of Health. All they will need to do is get a referral from a general practitioner, from the hospital, health centers, or even their insurance companies.
Evelyn Mani says they cannot reveal the cost of the operation. However, it will be much lower than the cost of having the surgery overseas.
After they've submitted their basic details, financials, like they'll have to disclose their source of income and other financial details. After that, we will do an assessment and see which way we can assist them in relation to the cost factor involved.
Local surgeons, doctors and nurses will also get an opportunity to upskill their expertise and knowledge by working with a specialized team. Shireen Lata, FBC News.
Fiji Development Bank says its annual business awards will now be rebranded as the Small Medium Enterprises Awards. The bank wants to add support for all micro enterprises by giving them its own awards. Erelia Nawandra reports.
The Fiji Development Bank promises to improve its loan products for small business every year.
For us, a microfinance is anything that has a turnover, annual turnover of below 30,000. So below 30,000, that will be regarded as a microfinance enterprise. Anything above that, which is 30,000 to 100,000, there will be a small business enterprise.
One of the bank's main focus this year is on medium enterprises in rural areas which are already assisted by the government but want to expand their business.
Our Northern Development Program clients, they are also clients with the bank. So we have been working closely with the Northern Development Program in assisting because NDP program can only do so much. And we'll take the initiative from where they have reached and we try to uplift them. And we have some current clients that are in the northern and likewise clients in other divisions that are already being assisted by government. And we are trying just to uplift that.
The FDB is showing its support for small business by renaming its annual business award.
We would like to encourage small businesses, perhaps entrepreneurs that are listening. We hold our annual small business award. Only this year, we have actually going to relaunch or rebrand that to a small and medium enterprises award. So we are trying to upgrade the award to continue to encourage small businesses and medium enterprises. And this is basically in line with government's plans.
The Fiji Development Bank is advising its customers to keep financial records if they want to improve their business. Ereliana Wandra, FBC News.
A new multi-purpose hatchery is being built in Zamboni Ra. The Department of Fisheries plans to culture and grow different species of marine life for distribution to lagoons and reefs around the country. Once completed, the hatchery will complement the Mariculture Centre in Makongai, which has existed for many years now. There are plans also by the Department of Fisheries to further develop the infrastructure at Makongai. On FBC Sports, Fiji Sevens team takes a rest in Wellington.
Mbula FM rekrake tale taki.
Gonga elambasa Mbula FM namba 2 na sere.
Ndo tale tak na borong na Mbula FM namba 2 na sere su.
Au wait tu garaki au rebot tu nistima au ndo tale tak na borong na Mbula.
Bola bina Fiji Mbula FM namba 2 senga toka.
Bola bina era roga Mbula FM namba 2 tikonga.
Bula FM namba 2 na sere.
Welcome to FBC Sports. The Fiji Sevens team took a break from the hectic training in New Zealand today. However, coach Ben Ryan has already indicated the players are in for more hard yards from tomorrow. Indra Singh has more from Wellington.
The HSBC Wellington Sevens news coverage is brought to you in conjunction with Skipper Tuna, better taste, better value, and Fiji Airways.
More of this will happen from tomorrow.
Yeah, Tuesday is the big day. That's when they'll do a good gym session and then a good run around with whales. And then apart from that, it's one session a day with some stretching and a bit of analysis in between.
The no-nonsense coach has already laid down the rules for his players in a bid to win the Wellington Sevens.
Professional. They're still learning stuff that they need to get better at, and that's my job to instill those things. But they've got good values, and you know, they were desperately disappointed about last weekend. I know the public back home were, but probably none more so than the 12 players wearing the Fiji shirt.
It has been sheer hard work since the team arrived in the Windy City on Thursday, but still Ryan says the 12 players are not anywhere near 100% yet.
Particularly possession is key in Wellington. You need to hold on to it and then use it well. So a bit of an adjustment now, going back to a decent sized field from Vegas. And the next few days, is about rest and recovery, but also when we get on the field, using things, using our time correctly.
It was a fine and sunny day in Wellington today as the team took a break, attended the church service and just relaxed at the team hotel. Tomorrow till Thursday is the deciding factor, and Ben Ryan will definitely not give any leeway as the side prepares to win its first tournament since 2010. For FBC Sports in Wellington, I'm Indra Singh.
The man tasked with setting up play within the Fiji Sevens team is all ready. Nipiamosi Mulevoro has in the last 2 seasons become a senior rep in the side. As Indra Singh reports from Wellington, he has a task at hand.
Splashing away is the man tasked with linking the backs and forwards.
We have come back, settled down again, talking each other. We have
talking with some senior players, try and get the morale back and try and win the tournament coming next week.
After the outing from last weekend, all Mulivoro and his teammates want is to make amends.
Looking forward for the first game, meeting New Zealand. We'll try our best to try and defeat them in their own country.
He's fighting for a starting spot with young Henry Seniloli, but the Navy officer just wants the best for the Fiji Sevens team.
Yeah, we're looking forward. We're looking forward for the first game.
It will be now or never for the Fijians in their bid to stay in contention for the World Series crown, and Mulivoro will be the man to ensure the other 6 players on the field link together. Interesting, FBC Sports.
The HSBC Wellington Sevens news coverage was brought to you in conjunction with Skipper Tuna, better taste, better value, and Fiji Airways.
2 months after the Rugby League World Cup in England, talks are still underway from top clubs looking to sign up some Vodafone Fiji Mbati players. What puts a smile on the Mbati coaches' faces though is these clubs are chasing after the non-NRL reps. It's a sign developments paying off for rugby league locally and a stronger Mbati team is already in the making. Elena MacDonald reports.
Come the next Rugby League World Cup in 2017, there could be bigger Fijian household names following in the footsteps of skipper Petero Livonideva.
Quite a lot of interest on non-NRL players. We've got Eloni Vunakeve, who's playing in France. One of the Super League clubs were quite keen to talk to him. So, we've directed that inquiry to Eloni and his manager.
While they did not debut in England, this talented duo could be moving across the ditch to Australia.
Il Savani Chengesa and Tiki Konoki. So there have been discussions Tiki Konoki. There's some interest from Newcastle Knights. There have been discussions, but there is nothing firm as yet.
Tiki Konoke has been Newcastle's target from before the last World Cup, and there's an indication the franchise won't stop until they get him.
Trying to sort that out. We've got some visa problems at the moment with him, but we're sorting through those at the moment and trying to get him over to Newcastle to sort of get involved in the NYC competition, which would be great for his development.
While a bright future lies ahead for this lot, their first task will be the Four Nations qualifiers against Samoa in May. Probably even another opportunity to prove themselves again on the world stage. Elena MacDonald, FBC Sports.
In today's Fiji Sun Skipper Tuna National Football League game, Suva and Lambasa reigned supreme. The Whites defeated Rewa 1-0, the lone goal scored by Samuel Andrunru to keep Suva atop the points table, while Lambasa beat Lautoka 2-1 to hand the Blues their third loss this season. The only youth match played today saw the Rewa youth side thump Suva Youth 10-0 at the ANZ Stadium. Yesterday, Ba defeated Navua 1-0, while Nandi beat Nadrunga 2-0. The weather was fine across all the centres today. Suva, Nandi, Lautoka, Ba, Savusavu and Lambasa all had fine weather today. However, Savusavu recorded some rain at 3 p.m. Lambasa was the hottest place today. It recorded 33 degrees on the temperature chart. Nandi, Lautoka and Savusavu recorded the lowest at 30 degrees. For tomorrow, be sure to keep an umbrella handy as there will be rain. Nandi, Lautoka and Ba should have some cloudy periods in the morning with showers by the afternoon. There will be rain in Suva, Savusavu and Lambasa. The outlook for Tuesday, brief showers over the interior and eastern parts of the larger islands, fine apart from afternoon or evening showers and few thunderstorms elsewhere. Our top story is once again, 4-year-old dies after being hit with a car while walking with family. Internal differences causes People's Democratic Party spokesperson and founder to resign. And Chinese community gather in numbers as they celebrate their new year. To the poll question now. Did the Fiji Sevens players give their 100% at the Las Vegas tournament? Log on to www.fbc.com.fj to take part. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via our Facebook page FBC News. Or if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your stories at FBC News or simply hashtag FBC News. That's FBC News for tonight. I'll be back again on Saturday. Have a safe and productive week.
मिर्ची FM is number 1 in Singapore.
और किसके सुनिए यार, हमारा एक सच्चा साथी है मिर्ची FM लंबा साथी.
I love Mirchi FM. It's so hot.
देखे में लाल लाल, खाए में हाय हाय. Tangi taupo में Mirchi FM is hot.
Here at Rugby Town, Singatoka love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Mirchi FM is number 1 in Suva. It's hot.
हम वहीं लंबासा में रहता है. तो क्या बताएं हम मिर्ची FM सुनता है.
Mirchi FM, बहुत जुलूम जुलूम.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.